Welcome back to the 7 a.m. podcast. I'm Sean Benjani here with the Hayden Suslow and the newly TikTok famous Noah Glazer. We're going to be going over wild card weekends, or in Noah's eyes, super wild card weekends.
Isn't that
NFL.
not what it's called? I'm pretty sure that's what it's called.
Here
Let's
we go.
get to it.
Let's get into it right now.
By phone challenges.
So, first game of the weekend. Raiders Bengals Saturday morning. What do we think? Let's start off with Hayden.
To me, this is a little bit of a boring game. This should be the Chargers, not the Raiders in the playoffs. But, there's still some good things about this game. Joe Burrow, obviously on a hot streak right now. And I don't think this game's going to be that close. Maybe at halftime, the game will be kind of close. But I think second half, Bengals extend their lead. Bengals extend. I think Bengals win this game pretty handily, 34-20.
Well,
I think it's going to be a really close game. Joe Burrow doesn't have that playoff experience. But I think it's going to come down to the wire, maybe on a game-winning field goal by the rookie Evan McPherson on the Bengals. And, I think it's going to be a really good game.
On my dynasty team.
Of course. And Sean, your prediction?
It's a 6.5-point spread. Raiders with the underdogs. I see the Bengals covering in this one. 31-23. Joe Shiesty, he's ice cold. I think this is easily decided.
But also, can we all agree before we move on that Joe Burrow is the second best quarterback from the 2020 draft class?
Yeah, we get that, but he got ice water in his veins. Okay,
Noah, that's true, right?
And clearly, Justin Herbert.
I think Jalen Hurts is, in my opinion, the best quarterback from that draft.
You can stop talking.
Oh man!
All right, next game is Patriots Bills. We've seen two of these games in the past.
10-7. Wow.
Two of these games in the past 4 weeks. Hayden, what you thinking?
Well, what I've been hearing, this is going to be a very cold game, possibly negative degrees temperature-wise. And we saw the Patriots throw the ball 3 times a couple weeks ago in another cold weather game. This is going to be even colder.
Wasn't that also against the Bills, if I'm not mistaken?
It was the same game. It was Patriots at Bills. So I think Belichick is going to – I predict Patriots will not throw the ball a single time. Patriots are going to attempt 0 passes today. But Damian Harris and Ramondre Stevenson are going to win the Patriots this game. They get to go over 200 rushing yards. Patriots defense wins the game 10-7.
Interesting. I'm kind of have a similar take to Hayden. However, I think the Bills offense is just too high-powered with that Josh Allen cannon, Dawson Knox, Stephon Diggs. I think they're just too good of an offense to put up 7 points, like Hayden said. So I think they're going to take the W in this matchup. And I really don't think it's going to be a close game, even though the score may say otherwise, but the game will tell different.
Bills only scored 10 points last time they played in Buffalo. So
the Bills, for me, the Bills are a tricky team. I watch this team every weekend because I generally bet on them every weekend, and they usually piss me off because half the time they're just bad. But I see them winning 25-18, covering that 5-point spread. I see the Patriots getting some points on this Bills D, who's a little bit injured. Tre'Davious White, one of the best corners in the league, out for season. So I see the Patriots doing some work, but I don't think Mac Jones is that guy.
Interesting.
That guy just yet. So Bills.
Okay.
Next game. Eagles Buccaneers.
Oh.
Hayden has a big prediction, and Noah has almost the opposite. Let's start with Hayden.
Wow. I don't know what to say about this take, Noah. It does not get much more delusional than this. I mean,
okay.
31.
Yeah, keep hating.
Noah,
Are you serious? Is this maybe we you by accident wrote the Eagles instead of the Bucks? Because
no, was not an
accident. No, this is utter blasphemy. I don't know what you're.
It's blasphemous. This is my lock of the week right here. There's no way. There's no way the
Yeah,
Eagles
yeah.
are going to
Keep
beat
talking.
Tom
Keep
Brady.
talking.
Noah, would you like
There's
to
no
put
way.
would you like to put your money where your mouth is and bet on this game?
Absolutely.
How much?
I'd like to put. Actually, we can't really discuss this, because we're underage. So I'll just text you. All right.
Wait, Noah, tell us why the Eagles are going to win this game and why by
No.
17 points.
The last time the Eagles played Tom Brady in the playoffs, we won a Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't think much will change here when we play the Buccaneers tomorrow. I think the injury-riddled offense, playoff Lenny is out. Antonio Brown is no longer with the team. I don't see the Buccaneers pouring on a lot of points on this Eagles defense. And I just think the Eagles will destroy them in the ground game.
No, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the best front seven in the entire NFL. I think that's something to note. I don't think there's been a team that's got more than 100 rushing yards against the Bucs, if I'm not mistaken. So I think you might be tripping, but
good thing we're the number one rushing team in the league. So
yeah,
because you have a quarterback that can't throw.
You have you have two running backs, two starting running backs.
You have by the way, Jalen Hurts will not be a starting quarterback next year, at least for the Eagles.
You want to bet on that?
I will bet on that.
All right, let's bet $50 on that.
Hey,
let's talk about numbers behind the.
Sorry, my apologies, viewers. My apologies.
But mark my words, Jalen Hurts will not be starting quarterback for the Eagles next year.
Yes, he will.
Look, this Tampa Bay Bucs team, trying to watch them play offense is a little hard because it's Mike Evans and a bunch of nobodies. But I'll tell you what the key is. Ronald Jones, former USC running back, he is that guy, and he's going to have a breakout game.
I don't know if he's that guy.
200 yards on the ground, another 100 receiving.
Is he even playing?
14 total touchdowns. I'm kidding.
I don't think he is playing.
No, he's injured. He's out. He's not playing.
Keyshawn Vaughn.
Keyshawn Vaughn and Gio
Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon
Bell is the greatest running back of all time. Ruben said that.
Listen, the Buccaneers, they have a lot of injuries. It does not matter. There's zero chance the Eagles win this game.
Okay.
Move on to the next.
Lock of the week is Bucks.
And the Chiefs.
Next game, Niners Cowboys. This is a big game for me as a Cowboys fan. I see us winning 27-24 in a very close game. It's two secondaries that are honestly pretty bad. Let's be real. Trayvon Diggs, from a Cowboys fan, he's not that guy.
He's terrible.
1,000 yards. I think the takeaways are amazing. I think 11 turnovers is very valuable, but 1,000 yards given up. This guy, Deebo Samuel, I don't know what position he is. This dude is 8 positions. You can put him on defense. You put him on. This is the Cordell Patterson of the Niners. But he's just youthful. He's better. He's insane. So I'm slightly worried, but I think Dak gets it done. Hayden and I have the same score prediction, but it's flipped around.
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys get this one done.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that happening, but I don't know. Something about the 49ers just I don't know if it's the 49ers or the Cowboys. I feel like that comeback win last week, that gave me a lot of confidence in the 49ers. And I don't know. I just feel like the Cowboys are not like a very good playoff team. I don't know why. I feel like they lose a lot in the playoffs. So I'm going with the upset here at the 49ers.
Noah?
I think the Cowboys, I am an Eagles fan, but I have to give respect when it's due. And I think the Cowboys just completely obliterate this 49ers team. And that's all I have to say.
I like that. I like that prediction. Next game, Steelers-Chiefs. This is a really interesting game. Big Ben stated earlier in the week. Here, I'll pull up his quote, actually, so we can read it word for word and see how confident he is in his own Steelers team.
Also, we have recent news that Juju Smith-Schuster is playing or is expected to play in tomorrow's game.
That's two TikTok boys on one podcast. Wow.
All right. Well, it might be a key factor. We'll see whether or not he's ready to go. But, personally, I don't think that'll do much for the Steelers team.
Ben said this. As a group, you understand that we probably aren't supposed to be here. We're probably not a very good football team. Out of the 14 teams, I think we're we're number 14. We don't have a chance. Let's just go out there and have fun. So this dude is basically saying that they're ass and that they don't have a chance. And this is your starting quarterback. This is your veteran starting quarterback, who, by the way, just pulled some absolute strings to get into the playoffs. If I'm him, I'm ecstatic about being here. I'm like doing everything I can to try to beat the Chiefs. I don't know. Maybe tap into Jackson Mahomes. Try to switch out quarterbacks or something. Like I'm doing everything I can. Maybe going back to his past, going back to Big Ben's past. We all know what that's about.
Yeah, it's a shame that we have to watch this washed up old quarterback play his final game instead of Justin Herbert, the best quarterback in the NFL. We don't get to witness him in a playoff game. That's unfortunate. But yeah, the Steelers are just not a good football team. They shouldn't be here. The Chiefs, Mahomes really isn't that good, but they're still going to handle the Steelers pretty easily.
You said Mahomes isn't that good?
Yeah, he's not that good.
Do you not see him as a top 5 quarterback in the league?
No, I don't. I see him somewhere like in the 10 to 12 range.
10 to 12 range.
Okay, buddy.
That's like
somewhere around there.
That's like Derek Carr.
Yeah, I think he's like around Derek Carr's level, maybe a little better. I'd probably put him ahead of Derek Carr.
I'd probably put Jalen Hurts over Mahomes, to be honest.
No. How would you rank the 2020 quarterback class?
Didn't we already do this? Oh, the quarterback class. Oh, I'd probably put Hurts, Burrow, Herbert.
Wow. I mean, for all the viewers, that's all you need to know. We have a very biased fan here on the podcast.
I wouldn't say biased. I'd say a realist.
We're really?
Mm-hmm.
Supreme, what do you think of that?
This man ain't P. I'm telling you what. This man ain't P.
Shut the fuck.
I mean, that's just, it's the most ridiculous take I've ever heard. It's
let's go forward. Last game, Cardinals Rams, and we all have the Rams.
Wow.
We all have the Rams.
It's a very close game.
I think it comes down to this.
Sean, how do you get 22 points?
Yeah, Sean, your scores are a little weird.
How do you get 22 points?
Don't ask.
Sean, do you want to talk about why you picked the Rams and why you chose this score too?
My buddies over at Sportsline have the game predicted at 25-22. Sportsline, you'll get your membership right now. Now, I'll tell you what. No D-Hop for the Cardinals. Kyler Murray can't see over his O-line. And he has Von Miller and Aaron Donald rushing him. So, I think they're going to be able to – I think the Cardinals are going to exploit some things, but Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, Von Miller, it's playoff time. And we remember not too long ago, Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey brought Jared Goff to the Super Bowl and then held Tom Brady to 13 points. So I think they are those people. They're that guy. They're P. And they're going to get the job done.
I agree with that take. I think this Rams team is a possible Super Bowl sleeper as the 4 seed, but I feel like this is the game of the week or of the super wild card weekend. I feel like these are the two most balanced teams, even though the Cardinals may be a little fraudulent. But the Rams, I
like that vocab.
Yeah, thank you. But the Rams have Super Bowl type talent on their team. It's going to be really interesting if they win this game matchup with the Packers in the second round. That's going to be a must-watch game. But yeah, I like the Rams in a close one here.
You mean the Packers are going to play the Eagles, right?
Well, no. The Packers are going to play the Rams because the Eagles are going to lose.
No.
Okay, no. What are your thoughts on this game?
You know what? I don't even want to hear what he has to say.
I think
I want to go into. I want to see what Noah said for his end of the year award. Let's get into that.
They're not very controversial.
Wow. You have Tom Brady as the MVP. So the Eagles are going against your MVP.
Yeah.
Do you still think they will be able to hold them to 14 points?
Absolutely.
Why? Why is that?
Tom Brady, he's not much of a playoff quarterback. um, but but no, especially against the Eagles, he's been historically he has a losing record, I believe, against the
So
Eagles.
you think because of the past, that 2018 Eagles team, there's very few players from that team on this year's
false,
team.
actually.
No one really
A better argument.
position
Players.
players
Fletcher
on this
Cox,
team.
Derek Barnett, Brendan Graham,
The NFC least.
Lane Johnson, Jason Kelsey.
Noah, what do you have to say about this? The Eagles having 0 wins against playoff teams in the regular season.
Well, we didn't play very many playoff teams.
No, you lost to all of them.
No.
Even lost to the Chargers.
Well, we took care of our business with the bad teams, and we beat all of them. All right, so don't worry about it. All
No,
right?
let's just be honest. The Eagles and Steelers don't deserve to be in the playoffs.
The Eagles definitely deserve to be in the playoffs.
Wow.
All right, I'm just going to end the podcast here because I want to go eat my food. I have a Sky Zone to attend to in a few hours.
We have a big
Hold
game.
on. Let's go through awards.
Yeah, let's finish this up first.
MVP, Aaron Rodgers, carried the Packers. They have a real shot to win the Super Bowl this year, and they always do, but I think this year might be that year. If not, you'll see him in Denver, so the Chargers are screwed either way.
I agree with that.
But, Aaron Rodgers is just a beast. One of the best arm talents, if not the best ever. I like the Tom Brady argument, leading the leads in touchdowns, in yards. But I think Aaron Rodgers has done a better job with his team.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Aaron Rodgers right now is kind of on a different level from everyone else. But I would like to note that if the Chargers would have made the playoffs, I would have had Justin Herbert as my MVP. But because they didn't, I have Aaron Rodgers. He had a great season, back-to-back MVP for me.
No, what's your argument against or for non-playoff quarterback Tom Brady?
He's had a good season. Nothing too special, but pretty solid, consistent. Leading the league in passing yards. Has a good team. They're decent. But I think it's just a no-brainer for me. He's just been a solid quarterback all year. There's no really negatives about him, except obviously losing against the Eagles in the playoffs multiple years. But anyways,
Okay.
I think the rest.
Okay, offensive player of the year.
I think they're pretty self-explanatory, honestly.
Cooper Kupp, he's that guy. If we look at production, best receiver in the league. I don't think he's the best receiver in the league, but you have to give him top 5. Okay, this man had an insane season. Was 19 yards away from breaking the all-time record. This man got wide receiver, triple crown, receptions, touchdowns, and total yards. Yeah. I see the argument for Jonathan Taylor. He was a beast. He had 19 total touchdowns, but Cooper Kupp, he's P. Not close for me.
Yeah, well, for me, this is very close. Both Cooper Kupp had a historic season. So did Jonathan Taylor. For me, this just kind of comes down to bias, I guess, against wide receivers or for running backs. I feel like offensive player of the year is more of a running back award, kind of like MVP is a quarterback award. And obviously Jonathan Taylor was by far the best running back. If there was a running back triple crown, he had it too. So for me, honestly, this should probably be like a co player of the year, offensive player of the year.
That's fair. Next up, defensive player of the year.
I don't think we need to really go over this.
It's not close. 22.5 sacks, tied the all-time record.
Jamar Chase, it's not close.
Offensive rookie of the year. That Chiefs game really just separated him.
It wasn't even close before that. If we're being
He's top 5 receiver. Top 5 receiver.
Yards. He's a beast. Defense.
Micah Parsons, not close.
Number 11 pick in the draft. Great pick for my Cowboys. And how about them Cowboys? Look at that Cowboys D. Micah Parsons, a big part of the D. He is a big D. And, he's really a contributing factor. Comeback player of the year. Joe Shiesty. Joe Burrow.
Yes.
Joe Burr. This man is cold. This man has ice water in his veins. And right now, check the time. He is locked in. beating the fuck out of the Raiders. So I'll tell you what, I'm a Cowboys fan. Dak was good. Joe Shiesty is that guy.
Yeah, Joe Burrow. If this award goes to Dak, I don't know. That wouldn't be right. I feel like it might though. I don't
I
know
think it
why,
was
but
Burrow, then Bosa, and
Oh,
then
Joe Burrow goes down. Max Crosby with the sack.
you
Big
know
sack.
actually, I also think Derwin James should be in this conversation.
Shut up.
He's not going to win. But if you watch Chargers games, he's literally the entire defense. He should be in this conversation. But Joe Burrow should win this award. No, why do you have Dak Prescott?
I think it was a close race, but Dak better record, obviously. He might have missed a couple games if I'm not wrong.
I think he missed one game.
He missed the game, but Dak, he's just been pretty good all year. Obviously Joe Burrow has been amazing, but I can't take that away from either of the guys. So I think it might be a comeback player of the year award.
I'd be okay with that.
No, coach of the year. This is where we have some discrepancy.
Wow.
So, Hayden, start off. What you got to say?
Well, I mean, for me, it comes down to this: the Titans, obviously, they were a playoff team. Like everyone before the season had them as a playoff team, whether they were the number one seed or not. Everyone knew they were going to be in the playoffs pretty much. And then the Patriots also were kind of like a fringe playoff team. They made it as a wild card. But the Bengals, on the other hand, nobody had in the playoffs. Kind of like the Eagles. Like people had them winning like 4 or 5 games. They win 10 games. They win the division. I don't think anybody really saw this coming. So that's why I have Zach Taylor as my coach of the year.
I think Mike Vrabel, I like that take, but the Titans, I followed the Titans pretty close all year because I drafted Julio Jones and he was absolutely trash. But I mean, this team, like their defense isn't amazing. Their O-line is not very good. Ryan Tannehill is not very good, but they somehow figured out how to do what it makes no sense. They had 91 different players. That's an all-time record this year that actually played in games. So I think Mike Vrabel did an amazing job.
Yep, I agree.
I think Bill Belichick deserves this award. He brought his team to the playoffs when all the odds were stacked against them. Mac Jones, he wasn't necessarily going to be he wasn't projected to be a great quarterback. And I think he just led his team, Bill Belichick, he helped develop Mac Jones, Cam Newton to start the year, battling for that QB spot. And I think it really helped Mac Jones develop as a player. And look where they are now in the playoffs. So I think he deserves that award.
All right.
Valid point.
That's it for today. Thank you for watching. We're gonna have a lot of stuff coming up.
Stay tuned.
Talking about our own games, 7 a.m. Best team in the nation. 7-3 Sean Johnny, and then the rest are nobodies. But we have a great team. We're gonna be talking about music, fashion, but mainly sports. It's all coming up soon.
7 a.m. pod.
All right. We out.
Yeah.